Hello everyone! I'm here to show off Monarchs. Now, we have to do a lot more testing. We'll be doing this on stream tonight. Monarchs. Are they good? Are they decent? Are they rogue? Are they top tier? We don't know yet. But the deck pops off. I'm going to teach you about the deck. If you've never played in the TCG before, I'm here to help. Alright, so if you've not seen Monarch before, it was top tier in the TCG back in Zoo meta, Zoo DDD meta, which was right after Invasion of the Vengeance. This came in a structure deck in the TCG. I only have 2 ideas. I'm trying to get the 3rd right now, but we're going to talk about this deck. I know a lot of people are going to look at Soul Exchange and go, oh no, I don't have Soul Exchange. It's a card you might want to get. Hold it for now. Let's test tonight. Let's do some testing first. Soul Exchange is a card you should be able to get via your skill chips. I mean, not your skill chips, your box chips. So, if this card would ever be good, you can get a few copies of these. Alright. So, let's talk about the main deck. First of all, your main boss monster is Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. Now, this is a level 8. There's a lot of text on this thing. Alright. So, basically, let me lower the volume so you can understand me here. Okay, so basically, Ether allows you to have multiple different effects. First, Ether can be tribute summoned by tribute summoning one tribute summon monster. So if you have a tribute summon monster already on the field, you can tribute it just by that alone. Second effect, if this card is tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spell traps from your deck to your graveyard. Special summon 1 monster with 2400 attack and 1000 defense from the deck and return it to the end during the end phase. That can be Jinzo. That can be Jinzo. Okay, you could run Jinzo in this deck. However, we're not playing it. But Ether allows us to summon out Karaz, which I'll talk about soon. There's also combos turn 1 where you summon out your Erebus and bounce it back, and then have an Erebus play on your turn. We're going to talk about that. Alright, Monarch was one of my favorite decks back in the TCG. I really enjoyed the deck. So, we can use that to our ability. Now, also, yeah, so we dump 2 Monarch spell and traps to activate the effect, and then that monster you summon returns to the end phase. During your opponent's main phase, you can banish 1 Monarch spell trap from your graveyard, tribute summon this by tributing on your opponent's turn. So you can summon this on your opponent's turn. Very, very good. It's a quick effect. We like quick effects. Quick effects are very, very strong. So, yep. We run 3 of these. Ideally, you want 3. If you don't have 3, you might be able to get away with 2, but you really want 3. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Adia. I would run 3, but I don't have it. So Adia is your main starter. I'm almost to my 3rd, I should say. If this card is normal or special summon, cannot miss the timing. You special summon 1 monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from the deck, except Adia. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck, so it locks you out. And the monster you're going to summon out is Eidos, but we'll go over it in a second. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Monarch spell traps added to your hand. This to recycle Pantheism is very strong. We're going to talk about Pantheism. You're not going to see it in the deck, but it is gotten via the skill. Next, we play Eidos. This is what you summon off Ada. So what you do with Eidos is, when this card is summoned, if this card is normal special summon, you can tribute summon 1 monster in addition to tribute summon a set. That does not activate. That is like Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. You gain an additional summon that cannot negate that of a Crystal Wing. And then we tribute summon, and you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense in your graveyard. Special summon defense, but you get special summon for the extra deck the rest of the turn. This can revive Eidos, and you can get a lot of plus. I mean, not Eidos. This revives Adia, and you can get a lot of plus. Next, we're running Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. This is 2800 This came back in the Blackwing box. This is needed for the deck. You need this card. You have no choice. Erebus, you tribute summon this by tribute summoning one tribute summon monster. If this card is tribute summon, you can send 2 Monarch spell traps with different names from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do shuffle one card in your opponent's hand at random, graveyard or side of their field into the deck. So, you can turn 1 summon this. Okay? Let's say you have this in Adia in the hand. You could turn 1 tribute summon this. Alright? Or you open up like 2 Erebus or something. Then, you can rip a card out of their hand, and if you were Aether, you can use Aether to summon out a Karaz on the opponent's turn by tributing the Erebus, and then use that for advantage. So, then you can pop 2 cards on the field. That way. And then also hand loop your opponent. So, that's pretty good. And then to send the spell and traps to the graveyard is very, very good also. Also, once per turn during either player's main phase, cards in the graveyard, discard 1 Monarch spell or trap, target 1 monster with 2400 or more attack, or 1000 defense added to your hand. So this could recycle itself, and it can recycle Aether as well, and Karaz, but that's mainly what you're going to be recycling. Now on top of that, we are running Karaz, so this is a win effect, so you have to be careful. If you chain Aether, make sure it's not in response to your opponent's effects, or your own, because if you summon Karaz on Chain Link 2, it will miss the timing, because it's a win effect. Basically, this card's on the field, you can target up to 2 cards on the field, destroy them, then the owner of those cards gets to draw cards equal to the amount destroyed. So for example, if you pop 2 cards in your opponent's field, they draw 2 cards. If you pop 2 of yours, you can draw 2 cards. If you pop 1 card yours and 1 card your opponent's, then you both draw a card. So, yeah, think of it like that. Next, we play 1 for 1 to get out Adia. We don't have to use the normal summon that way. And then on top of that, we're running 2 Return of the Monarchs. So these are your Monarch spell and traps. I'm going to go over them, including Pantheism, which is in the skill, which is insane. Return of the Monarchs, you get out special summon the extra deck. When you tribute summon a monster, you get to activate these effects. You get to add 1 monster with 24 or 2800 defense, 2400 attack, 2800 attack, and 1000 defense to your hand. So either one of those types you get to add. Okay, so one of your Monarchs. Then you have your Tenacity. So Tenacity allows you to search any Monarch spell or trap from your deck to your hand by revealing a Monarch. Very, very simple. Reveal a Monarch, add a Monarch spell or trap. Prime is very, very good, because Prime you want to dump to the graveyard off your Erebus. So if you don't know what Prime does, Prime has 2 effects. First, it's the Noble Knight Brothers. You target 2 Monarch spell traps in your graveyard, shuffled in the deck if you do draw a card. But also, this is graveyard, you banish 1 Monarch spell trap, special summon itself. This is very good to abuse with Adia. You get to recycle for pluses and also get bodies on the field, make it very hard for your opponent to OTK you. You can do this in the battle phase. And if you summon it on your turn, you can activate this on your turn, potentially summon out 2. So it's a very good wall to help your opponent not OTK. So this is very, very strong at doing that. You definitely want to dump this off your Aether and Erebus. Next, you have Escalation of Monarchs. This trap allows us to tribute summon on its turn. When we're not using Aether, we can use Erebus or Karaz. Now, what's very important here that you need to know, more than anything, the extra deck, we run the Photon package. I'll go with the extra deck first. Extra deck, we run the Photon package because Aether can summon a Monarch out of the deck, and then bang. We can go into Ding, Photon package, any of our rank 8s. Zombie Stein, Sanipod, we just run the Nightmares just because. Sanipod can be good as a turn 1 if you know your opponent wants to summon from the graveyard. Especially if you have another, like, Aether in the hand. So, for example, let's say you summon Aether, not with Adia. Let's say you summon it with Eidos plus your Prime. You summon your Aether, and then you summon another thing out of the deck, and then you can make Sanipod. But if you banish Prime from the graveyard on that same turn, well, no, you already used Prime. You would have to use prime on the opponent's turn, but then you wouldn't be able to do it. So that probably wouldn't work. Never mind. What I brought up won't work, so don't do that. But you can still make stand-up on turn 1. You just won't be able to tribute summon on your opponent's turn unless you have like some magical extension, but that's not gonna happen. But you still can make this turn 1. And then Unicorn and Phoenix just because. Okay. The spicy tech we're running is Soul Exchange. So Soul Exchange basically makes up for Stormforth, which we're missing, and this could allow us to tribute summon on our opponent's turn. So, if we activate a Soul Exchange, not on our opponent's turn, on our turn, we can activate Soul Exchange on our turn. We can tribute summon their monsters like Crystal Wing, Dingirsu, and summon our big boys onto the field if we want to. And yeah, we can explode off this card. So this could be very good, like with an Eidos or an Adia. Then we could tribute their things, and that could be very effective. Okay, anyway. Let me go over the most cracked card in the deck, and the reason why you play this. Pantheism. Now, this card was hitting Monarchs in the TCG for a reason. This card was very, very broken. And it's very, very broken. You had 3 of it to the deck. This card is Destiny Droid. Discard a Monarch spell trap. Draw 2 cards. So if you have Prime, get that in the graveyard. Draw 2. But what makes this additionally broken is it's not once per turn. And you can also use both effects in the same turn. The second effect is a heart once per turn, but the first effect to draw is not. You can activate 3 in a duel. And you'll see me in duels activate multiple in the replays. However, what it does, the second effect is you reveal 3 Monarch spell traps. They can be the same spell. It's not Library of the Crescent. You can reveal 3 copies of Tenacity you wanted to. And then your opponent selects and adds one of those from your deck to your hand. So you get a +1, you get a draw 2, and a search, which is absolutely ridiculous. And the draw 2 not being once per turn is absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, that's why you're using the skill. You don't use this with anything else. You're using this with the skill. And also, from turn 4 and onward, you can return 1 monster with 800 attack and a Monarch spell trap to add 1 Monarch with 2800 or 2400 defense at random, and it's vice versa as well. So, with that being said, let's get into some of the replays. Give me 1 second. And that's the replays. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be playing Monarchs very soon. Yeah, on stream. This deck is nice. It's nice. We have Necros coming as well, so if you want to see that, we're going to be doing that deck as well. We have a lot of content. And potentially cogging with Crusadia next season. So if you want to see me cog with Crusadia, make sure you smash that follow button below. Right? Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time. Smash that follow button on Twitch. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Until next time, Sean Matrai signing out. Bye, YouTube.